Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome. My name is Dr. Monique L. Akassi. I am the director for first year writing program here at Howard University in the Department of English. Today is October 10th, 2024, and I am so excited to present to you a high in demand workshop that I will be sharing with you today entitled AI Revolution in Education. So, this presentation uh, has been a labor of love in process for quite some time now. Um, and we know that with the AI movement is here, is not going anywhere. These topics and this subject matter is definitely timely and relevant to so many of us that are joining today, locally, nationally, and internationally. So, to begin, this presentation will be exploring the integration of artificial intelligence into first year writing programs and beyond, focusing on enhancing pedagogical strategies and student engagement here at Howard University and beyond. According to recent studies, the usage of AI in education can indeed improve student writing performance by up to 30%, highlighting the potential transformative impact of AI tools in academic settings. Now, key topics that I'll be exploring today with you will include the importance of AI in education, strategies for curriculum integration, effective teaching methods of instruction with AI tools, monitoring student progress, planning for implementation, and envisioning the future opportunities for AI in writing education across the disciplines. So, in this section, what we will cover will be highlighting the significance of integrating AI in education, illustrating its transformative impact on teaching. Um, we'll also look at different learning processes. We'll also focus on defining artificial intelligence because this term keeps floating around, but we need a concrete definition for it. So we'll be looking at the true definition of AI and its fundamental processes, emphasizing its role in reshaping various industries, particularly in education. So, this slide outlines key benefits of AI in education, including personalized learning, improved administrative efficiency, and innovative teaching methodologies. So, artificial intelligence simulates human intelligence, revolutionizing education through personalized learning and innovative teaching methods. So, think about what that looks like currently in your classes and/or beyond, and envision what it has looked like, and what it could potentially look like, and focus on that rhetorical statement as we dive deeper into this workshop. So, artificial intelligence encompasses various technologies that mimic cognitive functions, significantly impacting multiple sectors, including education. Now, in educational settings, AI can tailor learning experiences to individual student needs, track progress, and provide real time feedback. AI applications in education include intelligent tutoring systems, automated grading, and predictive analytics to identify at risk students. Now, a report by McKinsey suggests that AI could potentially enhance learning outcomes by 30% through personalized educational tools. Examples of AI education can include, but not limited to, platforms like Grammarly for writing assistance and Coursera adaptive learning techniques features as well. So the integration of AI in first year writing programs can indeed assist in developing critical thinking and writing skills through personalized feedback mechanisms. And that is especially so critical today, especially with Gen Z students and the millennials that grew up, that were raised on social media platforms. Many of them, that's that's what they grew up on. And so with that, you're dealing with instant gratification, this me culture, because they have the platforms and spaces for that. And so because of that, AI indeed can offer this transformative learning experience for them, providing all of those needs that they get on social media and more. Those likes, those feedbacks, that immediate feedback on their writings, and so much more. So we're taking a deep dive into what personalized learning looks like now, and how to adapt that to individual student needs. Looking at how to streamline grading and scheduling in a more timely fashion for our students, and ways to enhance their interactive learning and how to cultivate that. Okay. So we're going to look now into the curriculum development as well. And we're going to look into how to integrate it. Now, what I will share with you is that we want to keep in mind that with AI, this is indeed revolutionary. Okay. Is revolutionizing education by providing tailored experiences for students and easing the administrative burdens for educators as well, including myself, especially if you are um, teaching writing intensive courses in college, even for K through 12 as well. So through the personalized learning, again, these AI technologies, such as the adaptive learning platforms, can analyze student performances, as mentioned, to create customized learning paths, because we know that learning paths, just like teaching paths, are not a one size fit all. So AI can create these customized learning paths for each individual students. For instance, platforms like uh, Dreambox Learning adjusts math lessons based on real time student input. As far as the administrative efficiency, AI can significantly reduce the time that professors and teachers spend on administrative tasks. For example, AI powered grading systems can quickly assess assignments, allowing educators to focus more so on teaching and research and less on paperwork. And then innovative teaching, again, with AI tools like virtual reality and augmented reality, can create immersive learning experiences for the students. For example, using such as the virtual reality, if we're using this, it can stimulate and it can help students to practice writing skills and real world time, real life learning as well. And that's become a big buzzword, real life learning. Okay. And so overall, integrating AI into first year writing programs and beyond can not only improve student outcome, but it can also empower education to teach more effectively. Okay, so in this section that we're getting ready to delve in next, I want to focus now on effectively integrating AI into the writing program curriculum at Howard University and beyond to enhance student learning and skill development. So, with a program integration, we'll be discussing the importance of embedding AI concepts within educational programs to prepare students for a technology-driven future, if you will, through relevant tool identification and educator training. We also want to take a deep dive into the curriculum design. Okay, and with that, we'll be highlighting key aspects of curriculum development, such as aligning AI tools with educational goals, incorporating ethics into AI discussions, and fostering critical thinking skills among students. We'll also look at AI skill development and outline essential skills for students, including coding, data analysis, and an introduction to machine learning to prepare our students for advanced applications of AI. So, looking at program integration and embedding AI skills. So, integrating AI into writing programs prepares students for future demands, enhancing their skills and engagement through relevant tools and concepts. These skills are going to be critical and essential for tomorrow's careers and jobs that our college students are preparing for. So, if we don't prepare them now through AI, we will be behind the curve. However, at Howard University in our first year writing program and beyond, we are indeed ahead of the curve. And so when we think about integrating AI into educational programs and how it empowers students with critical skills for navigating a technology centric landscape, we want to think about the key steps involved. Okay, so what I mean by key steps, that would include selecting appropriate AI tools, aligning them with your curriculum goals, and ensuring that our faculty are trained to implement these resources effectively. Now, if you're not at Howard, but you're in the academy at another college or university, this is very critical. So make sure you listen very carefully on this part. So, what does this look like? You know, if we reshape and redesign, reimagine the syllabus that includes AI and how that is aligning with the curriculum goals and ensuring training to implement the resources effectively, right? We know that a lot of times in the syllabi we have goals, objectives, learning outcomes, and how it's aligned even with the assignments. So, what does that look like if we implement AI into that as well? So, research indicates that 85% of jobs in the future will require some level of digital skills, emphasizing the importance of AI literacy. Examples of AI tools suitable for writing programs include Grammarly for grammar checking and Jasper AI for content generation. AI integration can enhance student engagement, and studies show that interactive tools lead to improved learning outcomes and creativity. Now, faculty development is essential, and that's why we have these professional development workshop series every single Thursday because of this, because it provides training workshops that can increase educators' confidence and competence in using AI tools and using it effectively and knowing and staying again ahead of the curve. Okay, so now we're going to go to the curriculum design. Okay, designing AI enhanced curriculum. What does that look like again when we align AI tools to support educational objectives, incorporate AI ethics by teaching responsible AI usage, and fostering critical thinking to enhance analytical skills? So, integrating AI into the writing curriculum can significantly enhance student engagement and learning outcomes. So, what I mean by this involves careful alignment of AI tools with the course objectives. Make sure that you align the AI tools and identify and select AI tools that directly support the learning goals of first year writing programs. For instance, using AI powered writing assistance that provides real time feedback can improve students' writing skills significantly. Now, I'm not talking about one that just looks for grammar and syntax structure. I'm talking about those that take a deep dive into the content as well and incorporate AI ethics. And this needs to be embedded into syllabi. For our first year writing program, we are piloting right now an AI policy that is embedded into our common syllabi. And why? Because it is essential to teach students about the ethical implications of AI. You want to incorporate discussions around data privacy, bias in AI systems, and the importance of responsible AI usage in writing processes. We also want to think about fostering, cultivating those critical thinking skills and how to use AI to challenge. How can we use AI to challenge students' thinking? For example, prompt students do a test on this by prompting them to analyze AI generated text. I did this last semester, and the students were blown away by it. Encouraging them to critique and improve upon them, which bolsters their analytical and problem solving abilities. Practice application, implement project-based learning where students utilize AI tools for writing assignments, followed by reflective discussions on their experiences and learnings. This is especially uh, students can especially see the limitations with AI when you have them to populate essays that are underdeveloped, and then they start to realize, some of these programs through AI are more so for helping you to help generate ideas as opposed to writing one's entire essay. So having students to look at that as AI as one to be part of now the writing process, where noun is being used to help generate ideas so that students can produce their best work within their writings and making that a part of the writing process. Okay. So now we're going to look at AI skill development, enhancing writing skills with AI tools. So this icon list highlights essential skills for integrating AI into writing programs, showcasing how each skill supports student development. Each skill is indeed crucial for enhancing students' capabilities in writing, allowing them to leverage AI tools effectively in their coursework. Here we have to the far left coding fundamentals, empowering students to develop AI algorithms. So, with this, coding fundamentals provide the necessary background for students to create and comprehend AI models, bridging technology and writing. And then we have next data analysis techniques to equip students to interpret complex data. And this can empower students to back their writing with research and statistics, improving the credibility and depth of their arguments. Next, we have machine learning essentials, which introduce core concepts and applications of machine learning. Machine learning knowledges equip students with the ability to explore innovative writing tools that can indeed personalize learning experiences. And then we have understanding AI ethics. AI ethics awareness to help foster understanding of ethical AI usage. This last one is so vital, ensuring students that are aware of responsible AI usage and the implications of technology in writing. So, next, in this section, we are going to focus on the integration of AI tools into writing courses, demonstrating their role in enhancing writing instruction and student engagement at Howard University. Writing course basics, AI tools can indeed enhance writing courses by providing real-time feedback on grammar, style, and coherence while emphasizing storytelling and critical analysis skills. We'll also look at AI tools and its overview. Key AI writing tools such as Grammarly, Turnitin, offer essential functions, and Quillbot like grammar checks, plagiarism detection, and paraphrasing support to aid our students. We'll also look at step-by-step guides. The process includes identifying AI tools, training educators, integrating them into the curriculum, and monitoring student progress and gathering feedback for ongoing improvements. Writing course basics. So when we think about writing course basics, we're looking at enhancing writing skills. Integrating AI tools into writing courses enhance grammar, style, and coherence, providing real-time feedback while emphasizing essential storytelling and argumentation skills. Writing course teach students essential skills in grammar, style, and coherence, critical for effective communication. AI tools like Grammarly, as I mentioned, and Pro Writing Aid offer real-time feedback on grammar and style, enabling students to refine their writing instantly. Research shows that AI feedback can improve student writing by up to 20% in clarity and coherence alone, according to a study by the Stanford University Writing Center. Incorporating AI allows educators to focus on teaching complex concepts like storytelling and critical analysis, making lessons more engaging and interactive. Now, examples of successful AI integration include the University of Michigan's usage of Turnitin for plagiarism detection combined with writing enhancement tools. So now we're going to look at AI tools overview, essential AI writing tools such as Grammarly, Turnitin, and Quillbot. So writing courses teach students essential skills in grammar, style, and coherence, critical for effective communication. AI tools like Grammarly and Pro Writing Aid offer real-time feedback on grammar and style, enabling students to refine their writing instantly. Now, research shows that AI feedback can improve students' writing by up to 20% on the clarity and coherence, as I had mentioned. And with this being said, when we think of other software such as Turnitin. Now, Turnitin, this industry standard tool, is essential for maintaining academic integrity. It helps students identify potential plagiarism in their work, and it encourages originality. Institutions using Turnitin report a 30% decrease in academic dishonesty cases. And then we have Quillbot, which is excellent for paraphrasing and summarization. So with Quillbot, this AI-powered tool assists students in paraphrasing and summarizing text effectively. It is beneficial indeed for our students struggling with synthesizing information from multiple sources. Research indicates that students who use Quillbot show a 20% increase in their summarization skills. These tools together create a comprehensive support system for first-year writing students, addressing common areas of difficulty while fostering, at the same time, independence in their writing process. So we're going to look at this step-by-step guide now, integrating AI for enhanced writing instruction. And this timeline emphasizes is outlining the essential steps for integrating AI tools into the first year writing program at Howard University. And I encourage you to consider adopting it as well and emphasizing the importance of the planning, the training, and the implementation of integrating AI into writing instruction. So in 2023, here we are, we're identifying AI tools for writing. So the initiative begins with the identification, and it doesn't matter what year you start this, but the initial step is you want to begin with the identification of AI tools that can enhance writing instruction, focusing on those that support both educators and students in the writing process. And then next, you want to begin conducting educator training workshops. So workshops are organized to train educators on the functionalities of these tools, ensuring that they are equipped to facilitate student engagement and learning effectively. Next, you want to think about integrating tools into the curriculum. So, following the training, next, you want the integration of AI tools into the writing curriculum. This needs to take place, allowing for practical application in assignments and lessons. Next, you want to begin monitoring your student progress with analytics. So, as tools are used, analytics are employed to monitor student progress, providing data that can inform instruction and support individualized learning. And then finally, you want to gather feedback for improvements. Continuous improvement is fostered through the collection of feedback from both students and educators, ensuring that the integration of AI tools remains responsive and indeed effective. So in this next section, student involvement and progress monitoring, we want to emphasize the importance of student involvement and progress monitoring in effectively integrating AI into writing programs, highlighting methods to enhance engagement and track academic growth. We also want to talk about student engagement and techniques such as gamification and AI-driven simulations that are discussed to encourage active participation and foster deeper understanding among students in writing courses. And then we want to monitor progress. So we'll talk about statistical evidence and how it shows significant improvements in student performance with a high percentage of both educators and students recognizing the benefits of AI tools in enhancing participation and learning outcomes. Then we're going to talk about the feedback mechanism and the significance of regular feedback from students and educators, which will be highlighted as an essential for refining AI integration with recommended methods for collecting insights to improve the curriculum. So, student engagement and enhancing learning experience. AI tools like gamification and simulation boost student engagement, driving motivation, and deeper understanding in first year writing courses. Now, with this, we want to highlight that the student engagement is crucial for effective learning, particularly in writing programs where interaction enhances skill development. We definitely want to flip the class, as they say, from moving from less teacher focused and more student engaged focus. AI driven strategies such as gamification and personalized feedback, as I mentioned, create an interactive learning environment leading to improved student motivation and performance. Research shows that gamification learning increases student engagement by up to 50%, making complex subjects more accessible. AI simulations allow students to practice real world writing scenarios by providing immediate feedback, which can enhance their writing skills. Personalized feedback through AI can cater to individual learning needs, their styles, and helping students to grasp concepts at their own pace. And this is definitely part of their familiar, especially with that instant gratification culture through social media. Institutions using AI in writing programs report higher retention rates also, indicating that engaged students are more likely to succeed. Examples of successful integration include platforms like Grammarly and Turnitin, which provide real time feedback and engagement opportunities. So now I want to look at the monitoring progress. Okay. So we want to look at enhancing engagement and performance and some statistical data here. So the statistics highlight the transformative impact of AI tools in educational settings, particularly in first-year writing programs. The 85% of teachers observing improved student performance indicates that AI can effectively support instructional goals, enhancing learning outcomes. These statistics now directly connect to the overall topic of integrating AI in writing programs while showcasing tangible benefits that can motivate faculty, administrators to adopt such technologies. Moreover, the high percentage in student feedback and participation suggests that AI not only aids in teaching, but also fosters a more engaging and customized learning environment, which is crucial for the diverse needs of first year writing students. We also see a 90% participation increase when AI is implemented, and again, a 70% student feedback favorability, personalized feedback, enhancing the learning. So imagine that students are immediately getting feedback instead of waiting a week or 3 to 5 days to get feedback. From you. And also they're getting various forms of feedback, their own self-assessment feedback, peer editing content conference feedback, feedback when they conference with you, and then feedback from AI. This is real writing process exposure for the students to see that you're dealing with multiple audiences, multiple perspectives, and feedback on ways to enhance your writing skills. Okay, so now we're going to go on to the next part with the feedback mechanism, enhancing learning outcomes. So a robust feedback mechanism ensures AI tools meet educational needs, fostering ongoing enhancements and student engagement in writing programs. So, feedback mechanisms are essential for refining AI integration in writing programs, ensuring that they align with student and educators' needs. Collecting feedback through surveys and focus groups can identify strengths and weaknesses in the AI driven curriculum. And this is necessary for adjustments because AI is an ongoing process. If we have more students and educators involved with AI and implementing it into the class, we can continue to find its strengths and its weaknesses, to report that, and to work towards constant improvement and cultivating AI usage in the classroom. Now, research shows that programs utilizing continuous feedback loops can increase student satisfaction by 30%. Case studies from universities that have implemented similar feedback systems highlight improved student performance and engagement. Regular feedback also encourages a culture of open communication, allowing students to feel more invested in their learning process. Okay, so now in this section, implementation planning, we're going to focus on the essential components of planning for the effective integration of AI into the writing programs, emphasizing ethical considerations, timelines, and resource allocation. Ethical considerations will highlight the importance of addressing data privacy, algorithmic bias, and transparency in the responsible usage of AI tools in educational settings. Now, with the implementation timeline, we'll talk about that too, which will outline a structured timeline for the integration of AI into one's classroom or program, detailing key phases such as the research phase, the training phase, the pilot phase, and the full-blown implementation across the academic year phase. Within the resource allocation, we will present a breakdown of budgeted resources required for training programs and AI tools and feedback systems as well to ensure a successful implementation of AI into the curriculum. So we'll first start with ethical considerations and navigating responsible usage. So ethical considerations in AI are vital to ensure technology benefits for all students while minimizing risk. Data privacy is paramount, and an educator should ensure that student information is securely handled and comply with regulations like FERPA. Algorithmic bias can also lead to unfair outcomes. So it is essential to regularly assess AI tools for bias and ensure diverse training data. Transparency in AI processes helps build trust also. Educators should clearly communicate how AI tools function and their decision-making criteria. Proactive measures is the final part that we want to talk about, which includes training faculty on ethical AI usage and establishing guidelines for selecting and implementing AI tools. So here is a sample implementation timeline that I want to share with you on integrating AI into your writing program and or your class. So this timeline outlines the strategic steps for incorporating AI into a first-year writing course, per se, here at Howard University and beyond. And this can be applied to any course across the disciplines. So we want to break this up into 4 quarters. So in quarter 1, for instance, 2024, this could be the first quarter where research is done and we look at various AI tools suited for enhancing writing skills, focusing on functionalities and comparability with course objectives. And then in quarter 2, the second quarter emphasizes training faculty on these tools while also developing a curriculum that integrates AI into writing assignments and activities. Then moving on to quarter 3, during this period, a pilot program will be conducted to test the AI integration, allowing for feedback collection from both students and faculty to refine the approach. Then in quarter 4, following successful piloting, the full implementation of AI tools across all first-year writing courses will take place, ensuring all students have access to the resources. Then by 2025, continuous monitoring on an ongoing basis for assessment purposes will follow to evaluate the effectiveness of AI integration, making adjustments based on ongoing feedback and technological advancements, not only from educators, but also from students. Okay, now we're going to look at resource allocation. And this is just a rough draft, if you will, but just to give you an idea. So this table outlines the resource allocation for integrating artificial intelligence into a first-year writing program at Howard University and or any institution where you're at. Just a ballpark figure. So it categorizes the resources needed. It provides a description of each resource, and it specifies the allocated budget for each item. So as you can see, key resources identified include your training programs, um, AI tools, and a feedback system. Now, the training programs require the largest share of the budget at approximately 10,000, emphasizing the importance of equipping educators with necessary skills. AI tools, which include software license, which have a significant allocation of 15,000, reporting the need for robust technological support. The feedback system allocation is a little bit smaller at approximately 5,000, indicating a focus on developing necessary matrix for evaluating the program. And then we have the allocation of 10,000 for training programs as well. And that indicates that adequate training is critical for successful AI integration. So the 15,000 for AI tools highlights the necessary and the necessity, if you will, of investing in quality software. I emphasize quality software to facilitate the writing program. The smaller budget for the feedback system suggests that while evaluations is important, it may rely on existing frameworks and tools. So the content of this table overall directly supports this overall topic today by making sure that we provide a clear financial plan, because you definitely want that moving forward. And again, this is just a rough draft example for you, for those who are interested in implementing something of this nature. But eventually, this is going to be required by all across the disciplines. So in this section, exploring future possibilities, we're going to delve into the transformative potential of integrating AI in education, emphasizing its relevance in enhancing first-year writing programs. We want to look at the future opportunities. So we'll be discussing the vast potential of AI in education, highlighting adaptive learning and AI-driven projects that can significantly enhance teaching and learning experiences. So, future opportunities, transforming education today. So, AI integration can enhance learning experiences, enabling personalized education and innovative teaching methods for first-year writing programs. AI is indeed reshaping educational landscapes, offering personalized learning experiences that cater to diverse student needs. And AI tools can analyze student writing, providing instant feedback and tailored resources that are vitally important to this culture of Gen Z and the millennials to improve their skills and confidence through instant gratification, feedback, and learning. Now, research shows that adaptive learning technologies can increase student engagement and retention rates by up to 30%. And examples of successful AI integration include, again, the platforms that we mentioned, the Grammarly, the Turnitin, EasyBib also for citations, properly citations, ChatGPT as well for emphasizing to help generate ideas, but students will still have to write their research papers. The ChatGPT can be looked at as a skeleton, if you will, but then you have to add meat, if you will, figuratively speaking, to it to make it one of substance and of quality, and to showcase one's critical thinking skills. And future possibilities, we want to think about that and include AI tutors. What does that look like? We know that, we have a lot of writing centers and so forth, and a lot of students. And this is locally, nationally, and internationally. But a lot of times we just don't have enough tutors, a lot of time, enough writing coaches. So, what would that look like? All right. The future possibility of including AI tutors that provide real time assistance, facilitating a more interactive and responsive classroom environment. As AI continues to evolve, its applications, when we think about in education and beyond, it will indeed continue to expand. And this will potentially include virtual reality experiences and immersive language learning as well. So I'd like to thank all of you for joining me today. I thank you for your attention. I thank you for considering this and how revolutionary this is for all of us, to think outside of our comfort zone, to stay ahead of the curve, to welcome AI to the classrooms and beyond, and to empower our students from this day forward. Thank you all. I thank you for joining me. If you have any questions about this workshop today, you can reach me at any time at monique.akassi@howard.edu. Again, that's monique.akassi@howard.edu. Thank you so much, everyone, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Stay tuned next week as our professional development workshop series continues here at Howard University, reaching people locally, nationally, and internationally. Have a great day. Until next time.